So, what exactly are spiritual distractions? Because at the end of the day, spiritual anything is kind of good, right? I mean, like, how can it not be? But I think that we can call that spiritual bypassing. These are really, really, really common themes in all of our processes. And you know what? It walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck. It kind of isn't a duck, though, because the thing is, when we're on this path of becoming, listen, it's not easy, is it? There's a lot of things that like are scary, 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 and some we're very aware of consciously, and some things we're not aware of at all. We don't even know that we are indeed like kind of like hiding from that, and I'll give like a real minimal example to a maximal example. Like, for example, when I come into this office, I'm like, right, I need to create stuff and all that kind of stuff. And I find myself procrastinating, which is actually a trait of a starseed because we're all bloody ADHD. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I mean, can you imagine being sat and like play my bowl? Should I play my drum? And then I start tinkering with, I don't know, something over here and spraying stuff on myself. And then I'm chucking cards out, trying to prepare myself, getting ready for my day. When actually what I'm doing is I'm just procrastinating, actually. But it's spiritual and I'm doing my oracle cards and I need to know what's going on in my life. Do you know what I mean? Before you know it, it's 2 hours have passed and I've not really done anything. Do you know what I mean? What I was supposed to. So that's like real basic stuff. But then there's the other stuff which can really take you off course in a big way. And like, because it's spiritual, you think that you're doing the work and all the rest of it. And it really is very, very hidden. And this is where we wonder why we're not moving forward. Why is this issue coming up and everything like that? And I'm going to bring in like just how I work with everything, and maybe it will help and guide, maybe it won't. But I want to just talk about Heka because I'm going to bring Heka into the full fold now. Heka is magic and medicine. Best way to explain it, it's the law of attraction, law of manifestation, Egyptian style, basically. And that is all to do with you being a creative being. That is all to do with like, your heart, your emotions, your mind, high vibe thoughts, high vibe feelings have got to match the universe because the universe is high vibe. That's harmony and balance and joy and love. We need to be harmony and balance and joy and love because that's the connecting factor. When that happens, everything that we ask for, we receive. Well, in fact, every time we do ask for something through Heka and we say we want this to happen and we have the vision, it's given to us straight away. The hard part about it all is being able to be aligned in your energy and frequency to make it a perfect landing pad for what you've asked for to come in and receive. So if it's coming in from the universe and it bumps your energy field because you're too busy thinking about lack or, or this is never going to happen or the rest of it, it gets stuck there waiting to come into your goods entrance, place of you of your energy field, and you're wondering why nothing's coming online. So it's and you've been forgotten about by the universe, but you haven't. It's just about an energy match. You have to be open here to be able to be in the same vibrational match as the universe, and then you can receive it. So this is why distractions come in and it blocks that. Right now, I did it for years. I did it for years and years and years. And it wasn't until I really burst onto the scenes with Heka and I really started to work with my my powerful abilities of manifestation, which we all have. We are all creative beings. It's our most natural ability. It's not something you get gifted with. And Janice over there, she's really good at manifesting. She was gifted that. And Gloria over there, well, she's got something going on, but like I don't really have that. No, we all have it. We are all psychic. We are all empaths. We all can all feel energy. Do you know what I mean? It's not a special job given to somebody. We're all twin flames because we're one, right? And if we're an extension of source and we were made in the mind of Mother, Father, God, meaning we're part of their manifestation, then I can only imagine if Mother, Father, God are sat there and they're manifesting and they're going, right, okay, what are we going to manifest up today? As they're looking at each other, well, let's create this beautiful world with oak trees and blue skies and like let's create a place called Africa with elephants and giraffes, and let's create some seas and whales and dolphins, and then let's create these beautiful beings with 2 legs and 2 arms because they're just awesome as well. We're part of their manifestation. So that's why we're an extension of source. So everything is mental, because for them to bring a manifestation online, this is actually the principle of mentalism. Everything is in the mind because we are part of the all mind. And that's what it references to. That's what it means, that we were made in the eye of Mother, Father, God. We're part of the all, right? So how can we be anything less than? So we're part of that vibration. They would never, mother, father, God, you know, mom and dad would never have made anything other than like, you know, with a ship frequency. They would have made it through love. Do you know what I mean? And we are a creation of that. So this mind shit that we're less than that has got to go. So that's kind of like the bigger picture of how we align with that to be able to be in the same arena consciousness, because we always have been. We just need to recognize that to be able to receive and instantly manifest, right? That is Heka. That's magic and medicine. You know what I mean? So just going back to distractions. So here we are. That's the bigger picture of what this is all about. The gospel according to Marie. That is what it's all about. High vibe thoughts, high vibe feelings, knowing that you are an extension of source. You were created in the all mind of Mother, Father, God. You're part of their big manifestation. Everything's tickety boo. So what now? Well, what now? Let's get into that. So basically now the what now bit. Here, we've forgotten all of that. So now our version of being on our spiritual path is like, let's focus on the shadow parts of self and let's kind of like see what we got going on here and why have I got a block in abundance? You know what I mean? Why can't I find a beloved? Because like, you know, I didn't have a great relationship with my dad. In fact, my mom was a drunkard or whatever it might be, whatever your story is. What's the first thing that we do? We dive into it and we basically go, okay, well, you know, let's have a look at that shadow and let's really focus through healing on the lack, on the abundance, on the shadow, so we can actually soul retrieve it and call it home. Because essentially that's what healing is. And to be fair and to be honest, that is what we've done for a very, very, very long time, because that's the way it's been. That is soul retrieval, that is healing. There is still an element of that at play, but less and less and less and less, because we can do that, right? Or what I've always said since the beginning when I started working in the healing realms, I used to question the teachers. I would be that guy. And I'd be like, why are we going into all the details? Can't we just mass clear? I call it mass clear, mass consciousness clear. When I used to work with my clients in the early days, instead of going into every intricate thing, I'd say, do you want to just chuck it into one big chest? All of your shit, all of it. I don't care about details. Chuck it in there. What's the vibration? They said it's heavy, it's horrible, it's sticky. Great. Can we slam the lid if you've got too much stuff in there? Obviously not. But can we slam the lid? And we're going to put a label on there and just say, shit. We're going to clear that. So we're going to mass consciously clear the chest, not the details inside of it. Because in my mind, in my heart, in my energy, I was like, well, if we can actually get rid of this is the third dimension, fourth dimension. If we just block clear that, we just propel up to the fifth dimension, hell of a lot quicker and a lot easier. Now, if there was anything in that chest that needed to come up that needed special attention, it would find you. So rather than going through every single pen in your desk going, right, I'll do that. Do we need this? No. Do we need this? Don't know. Do we need this? Don't know. Oh, do we need this one? Oh, this is pretty colors. Distractions. Off we go. Before you know it, we haven't cleaned our drawer out. We've gone through every single thing in our drawer, wasting time, forgotten that we're supposed to be doing something, mass clearing. Do you know what I'm saying? So distractions, distractions, distractions. So what happens is when we focus on these things that, say, for example, we're looking at fear of being seen. So we're going to go into every single past life or whatever it is to actually find out why were we fearful about being seen, so we can justify it and we can talk about it and we can basically really ramp up the energy. Words are words. Energy is something different. So think about the energy. You are talking about why you're here, why that happened to you, who was in it, it was your ex-husband or this, that, and the other, you know, persecution, da, 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 da. But the energy of what you're talking about is the shadow. It's basically just compounding the very thing that you don't want to be in, right? So yes, you come out of it and you're like, yeah, I feel a bit healed now. Awesome. But I haven't really shifted to that manifestation stage yet. So you know what I mean? Let me go and do another healing session and let me go and find out a bit more about that past life. Do you know what I mean? Or whatever it is. But you see now, when we're in 2024 now, New Earth timeline, the game has changed completely, completely. And I don't feel that we need to protect ourselves from people, places, and situations any longer. To an extent, I would protect my energy if I'm walking into a bunch of dark temples in Egypt and my group, because I would protect my group if I'm moving through Egypt as a group, because from boat to boat to boat to boat, we don't want luggage to get lost, all the rest of it, or any interference. I protect us doing that. I would protect myself if I was having to go to some kind of place where I knew these people weren't very nice and I had to get in and get out and go home. I protect myself then. But generally day to day, I would just like say, yeah, little prayer, very, very basic. Put a bit of protection in. Please protect my bank accounts. Oh, just keep me all sealed in. Thanks. Very, very nice. Lovely. Awesome. And that would be it. Because in the New Earth timeline, if you are an extension of source, if you are love, if you are, what are you protecting yourself from? Love? You know what I mean? Why would you be protecting yourself from the very thing that has created you? Because in the New Earth timeline, there is basically all of us are the same. We've all now come into our heart of one. We've all come into union. We are all part of the same starseed pod. There is no karma left here when we eventually all shift to this place. There is no karma here. So you're not psychically attacking me because I won't allow it, because I'm not giving my power away to you. That's the difference. You know, you're not coming at me, bro, and I don't need to protect myself from you because you can run at me as many times as you want. I really am not going to notice you anymore because my vibration is so high and I'm not vibrating at that level of problems. Do you see what I'm saying? So this is just something to ponder. Let it sit, let it settle. You may not agree with it completely because you may not have fully invested and landed in the New Earth timeline, but you will do. It's coming. And maybe you are tiring yourself with kind of protecting yourself from people, places, situations. And all you're doing is getting stuck on the same timeline because you're like, got to protect from that person, got to protect from that sister, got to protect from that boss. You know what I mean? And so on and so on. And you're doing the work, but it's the same thing every day. And you're wondering, like, when's this going to end? Well, it's when you decide to leave that dimension and that timeline, and you go up to the highest timeline, which is the New Earth timeline, because up there, none of this is needed. You know what I mean? Do you think the angels float around, go, oh, I'm going to protect myself from Michael because Michael's being a bit of a dick today? Do you know what I mean? And like, you know, Yophile, yeah, whatever, Gabrielle, Dej blew a trumpet right in my ear. Do you know what I mean? It's like, do you think they do that? No. Sorry. They don't. You know what I mean? Because it's kumbaya and oneness wisdom and blah, blah, blah. So this is what I'm saying, distractions. So when you get distractions, you can very easily go back and start focusing on the very thing you don't want. So maybe just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Come back here, refocus, realign your vision to what it is that you want out of life. And it may be a thing, meaning a bank account full of money. It may be a beloved. It may be room, you know, move to another house. It may be that you just want to be happier and you want to be on that New Earth timeline. So you're going to write that in your book and you're going to talk about it all day, every day. Everything always works out for me. I am magic and medicine. I am Heka. I am a creator being, and I'm now realizing and understanding myself as this powerful manifester. I have all my alchemical powers within me. I've just forgotten about them, but now I'm remembering, and everything's going to be okay. Everything's actually always okay. Did I die? No, I haven't. I'm still here. Everything's going to be okay. That's temporary. This is where I've got my sights. This is where I'm working. And I'm going to work with my energy field, and I'm going to clean it with Metatron's cube, because you can do that. Do you know what I mean? And work with my energy field and like plug into the highest timeline. And I'm not going to deviate from that. Okay. And that's where I'm going to focus. And then, of course, you start to basically then be guided as to how you're now going to create, and it just naturally happens. You'll start to be moving in a different direction now because you started to say this over and over and over again. Because remember, everything is mental, everything's in the mind. You have to speak your new beliefs for them to land, and you may not like really fully believe them at first, but the more you say it, your mind will very quickly change in its frequency and you're looking somewhere else. And then once that green light is on and you got a fat tick, the universe, Heka, will start delivering you the next stage, and you'll start to see things happening where you'll go, oh my God, I got a bit of money. I can move into a new flat. Oh my God, I think I want to start this business. That it could be done like this, actually. It just starts to unfold. That, people, is magic. And then you keep going through it and going, everything's going to be all right now, because now you stop flapping your feathers. You're a bit chilled now, and you're like, this is great and amazing. I just need to feel good. I just need to stay focused. I'm not going back there to that, oh, I need to protect myself from that. Not doing that. I'm going to keep coming here. And when I slip, I'm going to refocus. And when I slip, I'm going to refocus. And then you're going to come into Heka, which is the activating platform of it all. Then that thing that you were doing, you're like, holy shit, I've moved. Oh my God, I've got a new job. Oh my God, I lost that weight that I wanted to get rid of. I'm feeling happier. Do you know what I mean? And you very, very subtly move through the Heka Codes. So that's my 3-stage process. And then, of course, if you go to the Tablets of Light tour, if you attend that tour, then it's basically that on steroids, like monumentally so. And the beautiful thing about this is that you don't have to come back. You don't have to come back and do it again, because once you know, you can't unknow. Once you have remembered, you can't unremember. Once you know how to do this stuff, then you are away Wait. So I have a new group in Heka, which is starting in March. And I also am taking on one-on-ones all the way through. That never stops. That's never ceases. And these experiences are very different because the one-on-ones are very much tailor-made to you. You've got a specific something you want to work on, and you've got me on tap 24/7. Obviously, it's one-on-one. It's different. When you get to the group collective, very powerful in a very, very different way because it's a group dynamic. WhatsApp support all the way through. You still get to focus on your thing that you want to bring online, but it's just a lot bigger in the energy because there's more people in the group. And you work through that 3-stage Heka. Once you know that process, then you know how to work with the temples in Egypt. Then you'll know how to apply it when we go into the Hathor Temple. Then you know how to apply it when you get into the Great Pyramid and so on and so forth. It becomes quite fun. So join the movement, because right now I need as many starseeds as possible to wake up and recognize their Heka, remember who they are, because once you've walked through this process with me, then you can go out there, pull your own people in, bring them back. It's time to create communities and get us all on the same page. Because what does Heka actually mean? Freedom. Once you're a free thinker. And that's what this world is now hankering very fast towards. And that is my mission. So if you're feeling it and you're feeling a little bit of that, then come and see me. The Conscious Expo from the 9th to the 17th of February is when I'm going to be exhibiting with my friend Ma. She's actually got a shop there. I'm diving in on her stall. And you can book your slot with me in the Linktree link. If you're watching this on Insta, fine. If you're not, then go into the write-up on YouTube and go and book your slot with me and come and see me and let's talk about this. Now, Ma does all these past life readings and this life reading and and she's got like cleanses and everything like that. What a cool thing to basically come with me for a no-cost meeting and then go and have a reading with Ma to actually really deepen your experience and understand what you got going on, and then we make your plan forward. So yeah, we got the formulas, guys. We got the formulas and we got the power. So it's time. It's time for mass movement now. It's time to get this done, you know? So either come and see me in person or you just get hold of me and we can do a no-cost Zoom call. That is the application process for the Tablets of Light tour. So we need all hands on deck. Anyway, beware of those distractions, push it out the way, plug into the top, and away we go. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Peace.